Hey everybody, this is Mr. Storm. In this video, we're going to learn about W3CSS, what it is, how to use it, and we're going to just build a little bit of a web page using W3CSS. Now, this is going to be actually a pretty quick lesson because I don't want, at this point in this course sequence, you probably can figure this stuff out on your own just by using W3schools.com. But it may be helpful just to see me do it once and then you can kind of do it on your own from then. So you might see shorter videos, fewer videos as the course goes on. Okay, so for us, we're here at W3.CSS, the lessons, the W3.CSS lessons at W3schools.com. Now, what is W3CSS? Well, it is a smaller framework for CSS. It's a smaller library for CSS that you can access. It's a high quality alternative to Bootstrap. And in my opinion, I think it's a little better. I use it more often than I do Bootstrap. It's really easy to access. All you have to do is grab this link here and paste it in to the head element of the head section of your website. Just like that. Now we have W3CSS attached to our web page. There are also templates that we could use. These templates are really easy to access. We'll just go to See All Template. You can try it yourself, and all of the code is right here. We could grab this code and dump it in. But let's take a look at some of the differences here that you might want to pay attention to when it comes to W3CSS. All of the W3 classes, the W3CSS classes, start with W3 and then hyphen. So W3 top, W3 bar, W3 black, W3 card. These are all separate classes that we're accessing in W3CSS library. Okay, let's go to intro. So colors, the color classes are a little bit more vibrant in W3CSS in my opinion. There's plenty of really nice looking colors. W3CSS uses containers. The container class is probably the most common class that you're going to use to set something as a container. It's used typically with other container elements like divs, headers, footers, all that stuff. Creating a container just allows you to, it's kind of like an extra level. Usually the way this works is you create a div, you attach the container class to that div to set it up as a container. We have panels, notes, and quotes. These are all different ways of formatting content. There are also alerts that you can access, cards just like in Bootstrap, tables. Look pretty good. A lot of this is the same as Bootstrap, which is why I'm kind of going through this pretty quickly. Let's take a look at colors again. So there are some really awesome colors in W3CSS. Now the default color scheme in W3CSS is inspired by material design colors used in marketing, road signs, and sticky notes. So these are meant to be colors that are used most often in web development and in other things that we normally see. Round, padding, images, alerts, like honestly, all this stuff is stuff that you can play around with on your own. So you know what? Instead of making you sit here and watch the rest of this video, I'm just going to cut it here. We're just going to make it a 5-minute long lesson, and I'm going to let you get started. Obviously, you have access to W3schools.com. You have access to the W3.CSS page in W3 Schools. So you can go through here and pick and choose what you want to add to your website, play around with this. If you understood Bootstrap, this is exactly the same thing. I just wanted you to see that there's there's something else other than Bootstrap out there, and this one I actually like a little better. So I will see you guys in the next week. Play around with this week and build a web page using W3 Schools, and then in the next week we'll get a little bit more deep into the way that W3 Schools uses its grid and its formatting. So anyway, I'll see you in the next week.